Abbey Shores, where shadows play, the alley whispers night and day. In Abomination, alley's grip, where fear and danger tightly knit. Oh, the alley breathes a tale untold of secrets dark and hearts grown cold. Abbey streets, they'll pull you in to the depths where sin begins.
Hello, and welcome to Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Abomination Alley, our BRP actual play. I'll be your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual will be Carr playing Teak, Sarah playing Viviane, Eric playing Michael,
Hello from the void.
Jeremy playing Salvador, and Rappy playing Charlie. Who remembers where we left off last week?
Corpse disposal.
Zombies.
Lots of corpse disposal.
There weren't lots of zombies, though. It was maybe a dozen, scattered over a week.
Scooby doing around.
Yeah, lots of Scooby doing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Plenty of ghosts.
Still thinking of that racist grandmother with the orc, with Doc.
Yeah, well, you know. She was a person of her time, probably. A racist person of her time, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The police wanted to talk to the necromancer guy we had in hiding, or at least the guy deeply interested in necromancy.
Because of bodies in
Bodies
his
in
basement.
his basement.
Bodies buried in his basement.
Yeah. How they
those
got
could have
tipped
been
off to
there.
that.
Those could have been there for a while.
Yeah.
Sure, there was like sacrificial looking altars and stuff down there too, and some bloody knives. You know, it could be anything.
Could be anyone using his basement. Wait,
Exactly.
how long have we had him in hiding?
Probably a month or two at least.
I want to say at least 2 or 3, yeah. Because it was back when the Invisible Men, I think it was at least 2 in-world months.
2, 3-ish. Roughly.
Yeah. We just kind of forgot about him there for a while.
Oh, we were keeping him hidden.
Slide some food under the door.
But whoever's after him hasn't forgotten about him.
Yep.
But, you know, they didn't have any luck following y'all around to find him, so they had to flush him out some other way.
Allegedly, of course.
Allegedly.
Just need to commit arson at this point. It's fine.
What happened? We became the baddies.
Oh no!
It's one of those. Unfortunately, I get very my filters turn off when I am ill.
Sure, it's fine.
Just focus on staying in character. Don't burn everything down like Eric would.
Burn everything down.
Think about what Michael would do.
Burn everything down like Michael would.
Burn very specific things down like Michael would.
Yes.
Cool. So, Phillip and everything Phillip related. Got it.
Well, there goes the city hall.
Phillip's done nothing to you.
He exists.
That sounds like a you problem.
Gonna make it a him problem.
All right, let's see what else was going on.
Gilded branch got burned to the ground. Probably arson.
They suspect. The fire department suspects arson. They have no suspects or anything, though. They can't think of any reason anybody would have burned it down.
Viviane has plenty of ideas, but she has no proof.
No proof at all.
None yet. Kind of the same way there's no proof of the murder afterwards. No.
You're just gonna call up your little mermaid buddy. Hey, I need you to go bury this. Go take this bag to the bottom of the lake and stack heavy rocks on it.
No questions asked.
She did make friends with a mermaid and a gnome, so
This is true.
she could technically. Do gnomes need to breathe? You could just walk it down there and do that earth thing with rocks on top of it.
That's true. You can just hand it to David. Take this as deep as you can and leave it there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Awkward.
Befriend your local elementals.
Correct.
Yep. Let's see. So yeah, Salvador was taking out zombies as kind of a side gig. Teak was working all the extra hours he could.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. The Gilded Branch burned down at the end of that kind of week of quasi downtime. So I guess you
checked up on Lillian.
Teak was checking up on. Yep, he'd check up on Lillian whenever he got a chance, and also he did a little bit of checking out when he found out that the Marduk's family had been moved, and the other orcs were seeing ghosts and shit around the complex.
Which matches up pretty closely with reports you've been getting from all over the city.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's a little more concentrated in the orcs building. Just, given the nature of their business, there might be a lot of restless dead around some of those people.
Nah.
You're not in touch with the Italian mob, so you don't know if they're having the same problem or not.
They'll be fine.
So you haven't heard much of anything extra out of the Brewers Guild. But they tend to be the least vicious of the mobs. So.
Mm-hmm.
More concerned with making brew.
Yeah, they're really just more illegal businessmen than mobsters, really. When the 30s hit and Prohibition goes away, they'll instantly just become, a collection of microbrewers with their own bars. So anyway, at the end of that week, Teak, you managed to put together the cash you need for Mr. Ooh, what was his name? Mr. Ironright.
I went ahead and added that into my sheet.
Okay. So you go out to his farm. Salvador, do you go with him?
Yes.
Because there's a ritual that's going to have to be done.
Yes. On the way, he's talking to Teak, and he's like, I really have to go see the National Guard after this. Just wanted to check on them. They lost a bunch of weapons.
Okay.
It's like there's just always one thing after another every time.
Yeah. It feels like that. It's like we get a week and then zombies.
I didn't even get a week. Anyway, let's do this. How good are you at? How spiritual are you, Teak?
No.
This will be fun then. And he just continues on.
All right, so y'all pull up to the farm that you've been to before. Once again, you gotta get up, open the gate, drive through, shut the gate, drive on up. Mr. Ironwright's son. Whatever it was. Anyway, his son meets you at the door. Or steps out on the porch, y'all are walking up, tells you, Dad's around back in the barn already.
Have y'all been all right out here with everything crazy going on in the city?
Yeah, they have been. There's been an odd something or two, but nothing major.
Nothing like in the city.
No. But the only guy that owned this place before us was the fella that built it, so hadn't been a whole lot of people dying on the property or anything. No old burial grounds hidden in the back 40 or anything.
That's good.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Mm-hmm. Makes their way around the back.
Get away.
Yeah.
Mr. Ironwright is out there. Teak, Mr. Salvador, come on in.
Thank you, sir. Very much appreciate this.
Well, if I didn't think you needed it before, with everything been going on this last week or so, you're definitely going to need something.
A little bit.
I assume you brought the guns?
Yep.
Yeah, he takes them, he unloads them if they're still loaded, or make sure they're unloaded. He makes sure you tell him, which one you're keeping. He's got some stones set up around the forge. He's got the fire built up on the forge. He puts the guns on one of the stones near the forge.
So how is this going to work?
We're going to sit in a circle. Once my boy gets out here. More people makes it easier. 4 people should be fine. Any less than that, it can get a little tricky. This is going to be a little draining for all of us.
Out of game. Probably more so for Teak. But anyway.
I don't know. I'm sure the same amount will get drained. It'll just be a bigger proportion of what Teak's got.
Teak actually loses points.
Teak's power.
Teak just dies.
And he explains to you, how the gun will work. That by firing it, you're essentially firing a spell at somebody. And a bullet, but the bullet is a instrument to carry the spell. Basically, shooting a normal person, you'll still be doing normal bullet damage. The bullet will still do its thing, and the spell will do its thing in addition. Shooting something like an elemental, like you've fought, yeah, the bullet's not going to do anything, but the spell will still have its effect.
So then that begs the question of, if it's doing bullet damage and spell damage, does that make it technically 4d6? Because the spell is 3d6.
Against normal people, yes.
Okay. Against normal people. Okay.
And he explains to you, loading the gun is going to become an almost meditative exercise for you. You'll be feeding, because as you load a bullet in, it'll be a normal bullet until you load it in, and you'll have to focus your own will on it. Mechanically, mechanically, you'll be spinning a power point every time you put a bullet in the thing.
Gotcha. When I needed to use the spell.
Correct. You can just throw the regular bullets into it and use it just like a regular gun with no hinkiness. But you can also do that 1 bullet a day for a week if you don't have to use it.
Okay. Cool.
So like in downtime, you can have it loaded.
I mean, if you're resting, you regenerate a power point every 2 hours.
Yeah.
But if you get into a big firefight, you can potentially still exhaust yourself, trying to reload it all at once.
More than likely, if like there's a 24-hour period of where he's meeting like the gang or whatever, he'll probably load like 3 bullets in, and then then 3 more the next day or whatever.
So Gunnar explains all that you'll need to know. Excuse me. Essentially, he's going to be binding a fire spirit into the gun, which is what's actually producing the effect. From his understanding, it's in some ways it's similar to how shamans, learn their spells from spirits.
Teak looks like, puts a finger to his lips and then looks at him and he's like, "Can it talk to me?"
No, this is not going to be a. He's like he's trying to think of the right word.
Possession type.
I think sentient.
Thing.
I think sentient is the right word. The spirit is not going to be fully sentient fire spirit.
Okay.
It would be too weak. It would be too weak a one, too animalistic. I guess would be one way to look at it. A shaman couldn't learn a spell from this one. He would need something more powerful, something more capable of thought and communication.
Gotcha. Okay.
Think of this one more like a trained dog.
Call it Barkley.
The creator will name the weapon. Come to think of it,
I'll put the name of the weapon in here. I don't care. That'd be fine.
Come to think of it, where did I write down the name of the weapon? Because I know I wrote down the name of the weapon. I was looking through Old Norse to come up with it.
I will say this: every time that he fires one of those shots, he's going to be thank you. Just say thank you to his weapon. He's like, I'm not going to piss off a fire spirit. I don't care how weak it is.
It's giving whenever, like, you have to bang a Yui with your car. You're like, good car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'll fix you. I promise. I'm sorry.
So he's going all over all this. Is Salvador bored by this, or is he paying attention in case he wants something later?
He's paying attention, not just in case he wants something later, in case, just for the sheer outsider's perspective of magic and enchantment in general. Like, this is interesting to him on that level of, like, I know my people are magical, but I didn't get any of the magic. So it'll be interesting to watch somebody, a practitioner. I haven't seen a practitioner since I was like, a teenager.
And from what little bit you remember from what little bit you paid attention or remember from your teens, he's going about this in a very different way.
Yeah.
And you don't know if that's just dwarf versus elf, or if it's the fact that he's less spell casting as you would think of it, and more using the rune he's mastered.
Mm-hmm. that also makes sense though.
Mhm.
That feels like what's been going on around town as it is. Like someone has mastered a rune and they're like, I'm going to use that rune.
Let's see. None of y'all had the fire rune.
Close,
No.
but no.
I mean, I had the
Mine-
dragon
entropy.
newt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
I just heard him say, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Oh."
I was looking at the list of
don't-
runes. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot that person had that one. Yeah. It's not teak related. I remember teaks.
It's mine. I'm entropy.
Chaos.
I'm sure chaos is fine. I mean, when does a little bit of chaos hurt anybody?
Never. Chaos incarnate.
All right. So he sits y'all, you sit down around the thing. He takes a position, with his back to the forge, basically. Which has got to be hot and uncomfortable. But it doesn't seem to be bothering him. Ritual starts up. There's some chanting. He's speaking in a language you don't understand. If you've ever heard someone from one of the Scandinavian countries speak, it may be reminiscent of their language, but there's definitely some differences.
Mm-hmm.
As he's chanting, the fire behind in the forge is flaring up.
Probably sounds what, Norwegian? Like Norwegian, but a variant thereof.
Something like that. I mean, just the cadence of the language.
Yeah.
But as the fire builds up behind him, it starts kind of leaning over towards the weapons. It's wavering kind of like a candle flame, and then it's kind of stretching and shaping itself weirdly. But seems in a very controlled fashion. Then branches start arcing off. It starts breaking up into multiple tongues of flame. Now you see Mr. Ironride is starting to sweat. His son is looking concerned.
I assume his son is in the circle with us, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And all of you, when he starts doing this, you can feel a sort of pressure, a sort of exertion.
Right.
Because he's tapping into all of you to help create this. He pauses in his chanting. Something's not quite right.
What's wrong? It's like he starts to pull out his gun.
No, that won't help.
Great.
I'm not sure. I haven't had. It's like I'm summoning the spirit like normal, but something's interfering. Something's not right. But we can't quit halfway through, or well, who knows what kind of fire, what kind of spirit will pop out of the forge.
Are you going to be safe? Or
I'm not going to lie to you, young man. I don't think any of us are exactly safe at the moment. Let me catch my breath and we'll try again, or we'll try. I'll try to finish it up. And while he's been doing this, his son's been chanting like this, this same little phrase over and over again.
Tika's going to look at his son and then look back at him.
The old man starts chanting again. He holds up his hand on his palm. You can see the fire rune, like traced in flame as he's speaking.
More voices help.
Well, once he started chanting, his son stopped. So it's almost like maybe his son was holding his place while he caught
one person
his
doing
wind.
it.
Gotcha.
There's more chanting. The fire is getting kind of wild. It swings out almost far enough to hit some of you guys. Doesn't quite make it, but Salvador might have the urge to check the car mirror afterwards, make sure his eyebrows are still in there. The heat is extreme, but all of you are sweating something fierce. Assuming kobolds can sweat through their scales. I don't know. Suddenly, all the flame pulls back to the forge, and for a second, you feel almost this cool relief. But instead of this little amorphous fire spirit that he would have told you to be expecting, it looks like a translucent man standing there.
That's unexpected.
What?
It's as it he looks fairly normal, but slightly translucent. And when you get down to his knees, it's like he fades out.
Is he standing like 5 foot, like 7, 5'8", like a normal man, or is he
like a normal man, right over where the guns are?
Oh, fun. Teak looks at Ironright and looks at his son, like,
Both of them are kind of like, The man starts speaking, and he speaks with a local accent.
Sure.
Okay.
Where am I? How did I get here? Last thing I remember, I was setting that warehouse on fire.
I think the warehouse got you, buddy.
I knew it would. I knew someday the flame would get me. I can't be mad at it. That's its nature. And as he's talking, he's
catching fire.
Yeah. It's like at first he just looked like a translucent person, but now it's like, if you drew him, the lines you'd be drawing would be kind of flamey.
Well, that's our target. Ugh.
Okay.
But he looks delighted when his hands light up.
Of course.
I don't need matches now. And he literally tosses a little flame over at one corner, of the bar and sets some kindling on fire. Or maybe some coal. Something the dwarf would use to keep the forge going.
I have a proposition for you, man of fire.
I don't need nothing from you, elf. It's like he just realized you're an elf.
All right, I tried and start like wailing into a willpower with willpower.
You know what? That's fair. Give me. Pull up your sheet. Open up the or not open up. Go scroll up to the
resistance table.
The resistance table. Put your POW in the first slot.
Okay.
I don't think Teak's 5 will help, but is there any way Teak can help him?
Ooh, how would that work?
If we're combining it.
Through using the power of friendship to kick this guy's ass.
This gun I found.
No, to put him in this gun you found.
Yep.
All right. Salvador, when you put your POW in, add Teak's POW to it.
I'll add 5. Okay.
Let me just see if there's an arsonist NPC here in the book.
I love it.
Oh my
There
god.
probably is.
These fucking guns are gonna have an arsonist in them.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
no, it's not. He's freaking out.
Jason has never made NPCs to hurt us.
Or pets.
Ignore the top of my notes that says hurt Salvador.
You sure have been trying.
And eventually I will, and then I will mark it off.
Yep.
All
At the
right.
top of his to-do list.
We don't have arsonist, but we have maniac.
Close enough.
Sure. I guess.
Okay. What do I
So
put
his
on
POW
here?
is 15.
Okay.
So put 15 in the verses.
Yep.
And then hit the roll button.
Oh.
Failure. I do. It's so close. I do want to spend the what is it? 5 to do.
5 power points for reroll. All right.
Yeah.
He's fighting you. He wants to be free. He wants to be able to burn as he
He's
pleases.
gonna be free for now.
Both dwarfs are chanting now.
Okay.
This.
And Salvador Ironright catches your eye and gives you a nod, like keep doing what you're doing. What are you about to say,
Yep.
Carr?
I was sitting there. I was like, I wonder. I don't want to do this because it's like he wouldn't be able to use his 5 for Sal, would he? To have Sal reroll.
Given that this is
Would
a
go
joint effort,
unconscious.
I would let you do that. But you will pass out.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like if you fail this, the next roll is basically going to be without my +5.
Yes, but if you want to do that, we can do that.
And we're
We
doing
got
this
it.
we did Patrick's Spirit Battles, where we're going to do like a 3-round best of
Round.
3 sort of
Okay.
thing.
Maybe not this one. Maybe we'll try.
Maybe, yeah, not
Yeah.
this one then. Not this one
Okay.
then.
All right,
Okay.
so
Yeah,
that is
Salvador's
1 for
just like-
him.
Salvador is focusing on. Maybe this is just has been his thing the whole time. Is entropy.
So you're trying, you're will against him. It's like he shrinks down a little bit.
Mhm. Yep.
Like if he was a person being pressed down, not like he's shrinking like he's Ant-Man.
Being crushed.
It's like he's being pushed against by your will.
Mm.
And he's pushing back and he's flaring up. Mumbling about burning, he's going to burn you. He's never smelled elf flesh burning.
You can't possibly be from the 1800s too.
Actually, how old timey does his clothes look? Nobody in this room is human or has human lifespans.
Yeah. No.
Well, kobolds probably have fairly similar
Closer.
human lifespans, but
Are we talking like Civil War-ish?
I was about to say not that far back, but if it was a modern day person's grandpa, that would be
Civil War, yeah.
yeah. So yeah. No, I mean not like in a uniform. It's just the regular
Sure,
clothes.
just-
He looks like he's in old timey clothes, but not like ancient clothes.
Yeah.
Of course, this is America. If you went ancient clothing, it'd be Native American garb.
Yeah.
Almost looks like it could be somebody that worked on a railroad.
Fair enough.
Railroad
I'm-
man.
I'm fighting my future PC guys.
Is he wearing a gray suit? Like a charcoal gray suit.
Well, he's kind of transparent. It's hard to tell. I know
What's
what
his
you're referencing. I
motto?
refuse to.
What's his motto?
Oh my god. I will attempt to press my will in some more.
All right, give me another roll.
Still assisting.
It's like we got this teak.
He's trying.
Ah! We have to re-roll this one. I have one more in me.
But the problem that if I use my power, you're going to go down to 12.
Right. That's what I mean. I have one more re-roll in me before we start
Okay.
talking about like.
Okay.
Yep.
Look at him.
Success.
Okay.
Ha!
All right, so
Okay.
1 for you, 1 for him.
Yep.
And you get the distinct impression that if he wins, the moment he wins this combat, if he's the one that wins,
Sure.
yeah, he's probably gonna start burning everybody in this room. There's gonna become a physical confrontation at that point.
Good.
No pressure.
Yeah.
Salvador's much better at physical than he is.
May or
This
may
mental
not be
exercise.
without Teak for a few rounds.
Yeah.
All right, give me that third roll.
Salvador and Elvish is like, I command you to get in these, and he's like has to say firearm in English because he hasn't learned the Elvish word for firearm. They probably don't have one.
It's probably some borrowed French word.
Success.
Or maybe Spanish, or maybe
Yes.
Spanish, depending on exactly
Nice.
which. So you force him back, you kind of break his will. You know, the fire he had around his hands goes out. He's back looking just the regular kind of translucent. So there's still sort of almost a flicker to him that reminds you of flame.
Mhm.
You know, almost like there's a light source shining, a fire shining on him that you can't see.
Learned a few tricks from my friend in the war.
Watching Michael.
At that point, the elves, not the elves, dwarfs keep chanting. You see Mr. Ironright with the hand that has the rune burning on it, stand up and basically grab the man by basically like what would be the back of his coat.
Scruff.
Well, he can't reach quite that high.
Yeah.
You know, there's a stone. The guns are on the stone. This guy's floating above them, so middle of his back's about as high as the gunner can reach, and then slam the hand down. Him and the hand down on the gun.
Kind of like a hammer hitting metal.
There is a very forgy kind of sound when it happens.
Sick. Ting.
All right.
And at the same time, the gun next to it breaks. Like literally just snaps in two.
Salvador takes a knee. It's like,
Mr. Gunner does too. It's like that stone the gun's on, he grabs it with one arm and kind of slumps down. Even his son, who's, a good bit younger than him, sits back on his stool and it's like, got Mr.
Okay.
Gunner's like that. That was not
That
supposed to
wasn't
go
a nuke.
like that.
that was not a nuke.
No, that
There's
was.
that.
I don't think that was a fire spirit exactly.
Commanded fire.
Do
Yeah.
I have arson in my gun right now?
You have an arsonist in your gun.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Try
Said
to make
something
a
about a
deal with it.
warehouse.
Yeah. Was there a warehouse here before you built this?
No, the barn was. Oh, well, no. This was pasture land before.
Does Teak know anything about He's lived in this area. Does Teak know anything about a warehouse burning down caused by another person?
You do know there is stories about 40 years ago of a big warehouse fire. Partly because it spread to a few surrounding warehouses.
Teak mentioned that. That's the only warehouse fire that I know of that was large. Sal, are
Haven't
you
done that
okay?
before. I'm good. I'm just I feel lethargic, but I'm sure that's nothing compared to what Gunner feels right now.
Yeah, that was a little more tiring than it should have been. He was struggling something fierce.
Yeah, he was.
I am sorry.
Not your fault.
It wouldn't. It's got to be. It must be the strangeness going on in town.
There's a lot of undead moving around. I would not be surprised if that affected.
I wouldn't. Well, I wouldn't have thought the dead would have. I mean, I guess spirit's a spirit, but
Yeah.
I mean, flame spirits aren't generally deceased anything. They're just what they are.
Do you have water? I could use water.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go get water together?
Teak is gonna look over where the guy threw the fire at the kindling and see if it's still.
Oh, it's still burning.
Teak's gonna try and put that out.
Mr. Gunner, oh yeah, there's a bucket of sand. They've got a big sand. It's a big sand kind of pail.
Teak will go put that out. Yeah.
I mean, this is a well put together forge, so it's not the kindling isn't like piled up against the supports for the ceiling or anything.
Yeah.
No, but he's still going to put it out.
Yeah. So y'all shuffle back into the house.
He's holding his gun by like 2 fingers. Kind of like, I don't know
Probably
much.
still like red hot.
Yeah, I don't know if is it red hot or is it just like
It is noticeably warm to the touch.
Okay.
Like just shy of being warm enough to be uncomfortable.
Like you
probably
left it
going
out
to
in
be
the sun all day.
probably going to be needing to wear gloves if this continues.
Now it should cool down a little bit. It may feel warm to your touch, as you're loading it or when it's loaded and ready to go.
Master Gunner, I have to say I'm tired right now, but that was exhilarating. I gotta tell Doc about this later. Hell, I gotta tell Michael about this later. Not you, obviously, but like if you don't want to be involved. But
Oh, there's more spiritual I would offer to learn, but obviously I am none of these things.
Oh, you did well. You helped. Collective wills.
Well, it's done now. And he rattles off something that sounds like it's Old Norse. That I'll get to you when I find where I wrote it down at. But he tells you that's the name of the weapon. It translates as fire tongue.
Fire tongue.
So y'all sit around, y'all rehydrate.
Yeah.
Then they break out some liquor.
Is it Tungar Elds?
Nah, it's some of the stuff the Brewers Guild makes.
No. The translation.
Oh, what was it?
Tungar Elds.
That sounds about right.
I'm gonna have to have that spelt out. So.
Oh yeah.
I believe we have a Patrick now.
Yes, I just didn't want to butt in.
All good.
We are.
Glad to have you.
You're a little late, but no, I'm kidding. Not because you're late. Because never mind.
Because they were just
Stop digging the grave, literally.
I'm just being rude now.
Yes, you are.
But now we will jump over to Patrick because you had your fetch out looking for something.
Yes.
Looking for a spirit that could teach you spirit screen?
I believe that is correct. Let me back to see if I can get. Where's the magic book? That's the one I need.
Yeah, page 26, I believe.
Spiritual armor from someone attacked by spirits. Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. So, it's been going out and looking for a week or so. And it believes it has found a spirit, one that's hanging around this old metal working business. It's been shut down for a while now. In one of the industrial sections of town.
All right. Is it near the place where we first encountered the brew?
Let me check the map. It's down about that far south or southwest, but it's on the other side of the road.
Okay.
Of one of the main roads, so a little bit closer to the lake.
Right. And I ask it, is the spirit tied to that location?
It doesn't seem to be forced to stay there. It seems to like it.
I see.
Now it's a spirit tied to a metal and earth some kind of way.
I see.
It's not like it's not a gnome or an elemental or anything. It's more conceptually tied.
All right.
So, and as we covered in the review, of course, you've been busting ghosts for
Yeah.
most of this week. If you get called out and it's running around in a body, or if you get a call and it's one running around in a body, Salvador was usually going out and taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones without the body, that was all Leo.
Yep. I head around that location.
Okay. Your fetch leads you into the building, where you find the spirit over close to one of the old smelting machines. Where it seems to just be wandering around, which is what spirits usually seem to be doing when you discover them.
Right. Well, I announce myself to it.
And where it was kind of floating around listlessly, brushing up against the smelters or some of the old machines. Yes, when you call out to it, when you make your presence truly known, it snaps around and suddenly it feels like a creature that's focused. It notices you and your fetch, and doesn't look particularly pleased to see you.
And I ask it. I've been tracking spirits, and I've been told that you know a good defense against them.
It stands there, sort of. It unfurls slightly, as it takes more of a. To your eyes, it looks more of a solid form. Now, if Teak or Viviane were here, they wouldn't be seeing it. Michael might, depending on what he had turned on. But anyway. It takes the form of a very bulky humanoid. With patches of metal on it. Kind of like how alligators have those little armored bits on their backs.
Yeah.
The not like regular scales, but like the osteoderms, or whatever they call them. It's almost got that, but it looks like it's bits of iron and steel.
Interesting.
Which isn't really going to affect this coming conflict.
Yeah.
It's just physical or visual cues as to what sort of spirit you're dealing with. And it asks you why it would teach you anything.
Well, I was simply asking. And perhaps you could enlighten me on this then. Why have so many spirits become so restless?
Oh, the souls of the mortals? I can't think of a better word than that. Is that spirit? Yeah. Because this is not a spirit like a ghost. This is a...
Yeah, this is
more of a
more
nature
like an
spirit.
elemental.
But someone is dabbling with chaos.
And
it's loosened the barrier between the living and the dead. Yeah, that's not really a thing that this spirit concerns itself with. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I intend to stop it affecting chaos, or at least put it away.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
But that still doesn't solve the fact that I do need your help.
Well, you cannot have it.
And why not?
Because I do not care for mortals. They build this perfect place for me, and they leave it abandoned and cold.
What if I could bring you to another location? A active one.
Hmm. This is becoming less of a fight with the spirit and more of a bargaining. But I'm down for it. Let's see. Give me. Do you have persuasion?
Not a lot, but I
Give me a persuasion roll. See if you can convince it.
chat. Nope.
No. It watched the humans that worked, or the mortals that worked here. It knows mortals are liars, untrustworthy. It knows shamans like you take what they want from spirits.
Running on a cult here. Actually, can I actually determine what kind of spirit this is? Because it definitely seems to be more of like an almost elemental version.
All right, special result.
Yes.
This is something you've heard of. It's a new sort of spirit that's been popping up over the last 100-ish, 150-ish, maybe 200-ish years. Since the Industrial Revolution, basically.
Interesting.
Think of it less as a nature spirit and more as an urban spirit. It is a personification of what went on in this place. So less, hippy dippy and more kind of like how the Japanese,
It's
some of their
more
religions
like
think everything's got a spirit.
Yeah, it's not quite yokai kind of thing. So
Yeah. But it's not like it's a spirit of a specific, traditional element. It seems to have something to do with the transitioning of materials, like iron becoming steel. Like the taking of something natural and strengthening it, sort of thing. So it's probably hanging around here because it probably came into being here. It's not forced to stay here, but this is literally all it's known its existence. So you suggesting there's somewhere else as special as this place is just not buying it.
I'm going to try something right here.
Okay.
I'm actually going to break down my BAR. I'll field strip it and clean it here.
Okay, it's watching you curiously. It's like it comes up and starts examining stuff. Like it's not really physical, but it's reaching out and touching the materials. It's commenting about that it's a good steel.
I suspect you find these interesting. When I mentioned the other places, I've been places where things like this are made. This place has come to an end, but others have been raised from it.
Give me another persuasion roll. Give yourself a plus 20.
Just gotta speak the spirit's language.
It would like to know where
Let's see.
things like this are made.
I know of both mechanical and also where people blend magic with the metal.
Yeah, he's really just interested in the middle.
I know of both more active factories and also even dwarven smiths.
And Warren Smiths tend to use the old-fashioned stuff. Hey, he wishes to see one of these factories. If it is the paradise that you are describing to him, then giving you this spell will be a fair, teaching you this spell will be a fair exchange.
Very well.
If not, he shall unleash his wrath on you.
I expect no less. And we're gonna have to have the mental fighter.
No, I think you put enough work into it.
All right.
So you and the Fetch basically take this spirit to one of the other factories in town.
Yep. I actually take him to a few. This way he can see, particularly one of the more active ones too.
Mm-hmm.
I even take it to Teek's garage too.
Yeah, the garage is not displeased with the garage. But the actual factories that are shaping the metal or smelting it, stuff like that. That's where it gets its attention.
It's drawn to the forge and the creation of metals. Gotcha.
You know, if you were in Detroit, a car factory would probably be right up its alley. But
yeah.
But all right, you spend a day, you get it settled in. The factory workers don't know what to make of what you're doing. But you're famous, so, as long as you don't go into the hard hat, areas where you have to have protective stuff. And it's the 20s, there's probably not a lot of those.
Yeah.
Alright, so it agrees that you've done your part. So it spends some time teaching you Spirit Screen.
Green. All right.
Which is, how many spells are you up to now?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, you've got intelligence of 15, so you're in okay shape.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. What are the other three of you up to? Charlie. You have a zombie imprisoned in which you assume is a zombie imprisoned in your hospital.
Yes.
If you remember from last time.
Yes.
The hospital, I don't think manager is the right term. Whoever's in charge of the hospital.
Superintendent.
Thank you. The superintendent is kind of freaking out. This patient is dead, but still talking. There's no legal precedent for what he can or can't do. It's very violent, so they can't just let it out. He's heard about Salvador going around, putting these things down when they're attacking people, but this is a patient and it's still speaking, and then he doesn't want the hospital liable for anything if But he knows your kind of side job deals with this sort of stuff, so he makes it fairly clear he's expecting you to come up with something. Got to be something that there's no liability to the hospital.
Didn't she call to try to get them, everybody else over here? Have they been over here to the hospital?
I think she was calling Patrick.
Yes.
Or Leo.
Yeah, this is, and if I've been going around ghost hunting, I could have probably, because I want to say it happened the same night I had to deal with the other spirit.
Right. Well, and if you come out and investigate this thing, it's bound to its body. So spirit combat isn't really what you do to deal with it.
Yeah.
More than likely, your suggestion would be shoot it in the head. But the hospital is like, oh no, legally it might still count as a person.
But this is the same thing that's saying I know she killed me.
Yes.
Yes, he is accused. He has accused his wife of poisoning him. And the police have gone by and questioned her. She denies anything.
Standard.
I mean, he had a heart attack. The doctors told her he had a heart attack. What are you talking about? But it's just enough that her giving the hospital permission to just put him down isn't the superintendent is not accepting that.
Yeah.
And the police are still technically investigating, but they're not really coming up with anything. They did a quick search of her house and didn't find any sort of any sort of poison that would induce a heart attack. I don't think rat poison induces heart attacks.
Can we ask if he's all right with us drawing his blood? He doesn't need it anymore. To be able to test him.
They would probably have some of his blood on hand. Oh no, I take that back. Rat poison can cause heart problems. Oops. So the police would have found some rat poison in her place. Well, they would want to find that regardless, but not enough to be super. It's just a box like anybody would keep around. All right, Charlie. Leo has asked if you can take a blood sample, and the attendant has pretty much left this in your care, and you were the doctor administering to this patient before his untimely and non-permanent death.
Fine with that as long as he'll let you do it.
Well, he's strapped to a table.
Okay, that's right. So yeah, it's not gonna hurt him.
So when you try to take a sample from his upper limbs, you're not really getting much of anything.
Okay.
Oh. Because I had said, after all his stomping around and stuff, that his lower legs were all swollen and bruised looking. Or, the blood had all run down. But he's been strapped down to his back for a couple of days by this point. So now his back, it's like, just where he's laying, all the back looks bruised. The back of his legs, his actual back, the back of his arm. But yeah, you have a hard time getting much blood out because it's starting to break down and,
Yeah.
The first shot you pull out, it's almost all just looks like water. With a little bit of gloopy separated blood. Think kind of like ketchup water. When you go and squeeze a ketchup thing that's just been sitting there for a while, it started to separate.
It's coagulated.
I'm gonna give her a hand too. Can I roll pharmacy testing the blood. See if there's anything I can.
So yeah, so y'all, the two of you run through a bunch of tests and whatnot, and all you're coming up with is, yeah, it's decaying blood. It's been room temperature for a while now. It's all separated. You do find crap, whatever kind of poison goes into rat poison.
Just call it rat poison.
Yeah, we'll keep it simple. You are finding like trace amounts of, well, a little bit more than trace amounts.
More than enough to be lethal.
Not by itself, but if he'd been getting this small amounts for extended periods of time, that could cause heart issues. Charlie, you know the superintendent will want to hear about that.
Yeah, so she's gonna pass that information off to him.
And he passes it promptly to the police.
Yeah.
So there's another round of questioning by the police. And towards the end of the week, she is taken into custody.
And we let him know.
No. Oh yeah, she's gonna let him know. Hey, so you were right. Your wife did kill you.
I told you. Let me up. Let me at her.
No, the police have her. She'll get her due process.
And you could actually be, well, this would probably be one of the first times this happened, a witness to your own murder.
For the first time since he got back up, he stopped struggling. And then he smiles really big. I kind of like the idea of that. Let the police know I'll cooperate with her and, you know, that I'll be completely cooperative with them.
Good. We pass that information on.
Yep.
Oh, the police are not happy about this. This whole thing is weirding them out. But they come in and take a statement from him. Because he's not just ranting now. He'll get a little ranty when he starts talking about her. Like, he's not a cool and calm, normal person.
Yeah.
Charlie, he's not as calm as he was while you were initially treating him. And then he was agitated because he was worried and hurting and,
yeah,
in the hospital. So there's still some of that anger in him that he's had since he got back up. But he's not lashing out at nurses or trying to escape.
That's good.
It's not completely solved like the superintendent would like. But it doesn't seem like he's a danger now. And the police are talking about possibly even taking him, out of the hospital's custody and into their own. Which would make it not his problem anymore, which is all he was really concerned about.
Yeah.
So by the end of the week, that's essentially what happened. The police come and pick him up. Because while his blood was still breaking down, he hasn't really started to stink yet, even though it's been a week. And he's been, running around at room temperature.
He's not really, well, some of him's decomposing, but
yeah, the internal bits are the stuff that would spoil the fastest.
Yeah.
Are spoiling, but probably not as fast as they should.
I mean, he is in the morgue, so it's cooler.
Yeah.
But so the best the two of you putting your heads together can come up with is that he's whatever's animating him is also making him decompose slower. Because you have seen corpses up and running around in a lot worse shape.
Yeah.
And the worse shape they are, the less human they act.
Yeah. I'm gonna try something. That was a research roll. And essentially, like, let him know you may want to talk to an embalmer. That's probably going to prevent further decay.
You're telling him this or the police this?
Both.
He tells the police, boys, whatever you need to do to keep me around. To see her swing for what she did.
I like this guy now.
Or ride the lightning. What do they do? What do they do in this state?
So this image of one of the police just going. Oh.
The police are like, thank you, sir. We will take that under advisement. Well, and he looks over his partner. We'll tell the captain. The captain will make the decision. His partner nods enthusiastically.
There's a new scene somewhere where he's taking a bath, so it's embalming fluid.
Michael, I believe last week I said Mr. Zachary had finished your well.
Yes.
Well, I mean, you were there and involved in the process too, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's see. Does the book say specifically how much a well holds? Or does it just vaguely?
I think it's however much he puts into it. I don't think there was an actual, like, thing.
Not hard, fast rules for it.
No, I'm trying to find the items again.
Yeah, the word.
Is it in the magic book or is it?
No, it's in the core book.
Yeah, this was specifically a Sonic thing. Well, actually, I take that back. I think you probably could do a similar thing for magic. Well, I'm just, for the moment, I'm going to say it's got 5 points that you can store in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can both individually go through the book later, and if it turns out it should be something different, we can adjust it.
Let's see. Items with psychic abilities are incredibly rare, even more than items with mutation. Inevitably charged with psychic power, should at least have POW. Character with any psychic ability automatically recognizes that an item has abilities with an idea roll and can utilize it. Character without psychic abilities can only determine if an item has those properties with a successful idea roll and must either defeat the item in a PowerPoint versus PowerPoint resistance roll or a difficult luck roll, or the creator of the item or your game master decides who can use the item.
Okay. So the well is, as psychic items go, a relatively simple one.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to say it holds 5 POW.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like with Tick's gun, you have to recharge it when it's depleted. You have to recharge it out of your own, your own pool. With like Tick's, you can do it a little bit at a time or all at once, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Zachary wasn't trying to be super fancy with it, so so anybody can tap in. Anybody that realizes it's a well can tap into it. So even magic users could use it. Teak could use it for a luck roll to not pass out. He'd have to already be wearing it because spur of the moment kind of stuff. But anybody can potentially use it.
I must say, could Michael key it to in particular people?
Michael specifically, no. You could probably have gotten Zachary to do that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So who would he want it keyed to?
Viviane.
All right, just Viviane.
Yeah.
With the rest of us, got it.
Screw you guys.
You'll find out.
Okay, yeah, he can restrict it to just that. You're gonna feel a little silly later when y'all break up. If y'all break up.
Silly when what happened to kill Viviane off?
So at some point, Viviane comes over there. Viviane, you'd have to go over there to Madame Xanadu's. Did Viviane know Michael was hanging out at Madame Xanadu's?
Don't believe so.
Well, Xanadu's kind of cute.
So was the lady at the ball.
That's true. And, she's talking like she assumed you had heard of her. She gets you some tea, and like every other time, Michael, that you've been here with Zachary, she does a little hostess thing, and then she disappears. This is a high-ranking guy. She is more comfortable not being involved.
Yeah.
But Viviane, you don't really have to do anything. You're just sort of there. You reach out and touch the thing when he tells you to reach out and touch the thing.
She's enjoying tea and existential crises. Would this be before or after the branch?
This would be before.
Okay. Pre-existential crises.
So you know Phillip's in town, so there's that level of stress. So at the end of the week, you get the news that the place is burned down. You have a day or so to deal with that. Before I don't want to say other shoe drops. The next shoe drops.
I've got way too many shoes.
Phillip really liked his
less
shoes.
up in here.
Phillip really liked his shoes. He was fond of spats. Or were those 30s? I don't remember.
She'll try to find folks that were working there, maybe like alternate jobs. Like if there's other places in town where they could work.
Yeah, you can go after it because you've got a little extra fame on top of.
Yeah.
So you spend some time doing that.
If there's like folks she can't find jobs for, she'll spot them funds if they need it. Just if they have rent or kids or anything.
And some of them do. I mean, most of them have rent, but And the manager of the place is trying to help him find temporary employment. He had insurance. The fact that it was probably arson means the police are crawling all over it, so he doesn't know when he'll be able to actually start rebuilding. He assures them all that once it's rebuilt, everybody's welcome back. But no hard feelings if you find something else and you're happy there. He was a reasonably decent boss, though.
Oh yeah.
So you've been out. You've. Oh, go ahead.
She'll bring up to him that when he needs to rebuild, if he's looking for a partner to help rebuild, she might know somebody. That somebody being her.
What kind of funds does Viviane have?
I mean, she is. We're affluent.
Okay.
Most of her funds that she had from everything she tied up into like businesses, to where it was just like a steady stream of stuff,
I get you.
less on hand.
She was looking for work more to fill time, to be doing something.
To fill time and not become suspicious.
And the enjoyment of being a performing, probably.
Yeah.
For the love of the game.
The love of the game.
All those artsy people are artsy for just the sake of being artsy.
No. Artsy people like getting paid too.
Oh yeah, trust me, we do.
Yeah. If you pay me.
So he's a little surprised, but by the same token, with the fame you've built up, it's gotten out a little bit, who you're related to and stuff. So maybe he's not as surprised.
She's like, you don't have to put me on, stationary or anything, but
silent partner.
Yeah.
He might look. He might look into that. Have to see just how much the insurance pays out. Ooh, but if he took on a partner, well, yeah, if he took you on as a partner, though, he might be able to expand it, make it a little bigger than it was.
She'll let him think on that.
Yeah, he definitely shows he's interested. He'll put some thought into it. But he's seen how you were trying to help take care of, everybody else. So yeah, that says a lot about what kind of partner you'd be. So you have that meeting. The day ends on kind of an upbeat. You come home, Lilac's there. You hear a little thump. And the recocking of a crossbow. A second later, thump as you're opening the door. She's got her little archery range set up in the floor.
Just let me cross downfield real quick.
Oh, don't worry. These are just toothpicks.
Toothpicks still really hurt.
Oh, come on. These wouldn't even go all the way through. They barely go all the way through me. She holds them up to her side, comparing.
No, I don't want that visual. No.
Well, that just causes her to slap it under her arm and go, ah!
I'm ignoring you and getting tea.
I was going to say she did the Wilhelm scream, but I don't know if that was out yet.
She's the originator.
1951.
Oh yeah, it's much later than I was thinking. I was thinking probably 30s or 40s. But she all having a nice dinner, and she's just chit chatting. There's suddenly some very frantic knocking on your door. Like not hard, just rapid. Miss Viviane. You recognize
the voice.
It's the building super's voice.
Lilac, you mind going up with a crossbow bolt just in case?
Oh, honey, you don't even have to ask. Shoot.
Fantastic. She'll crack the door. Yes?
Miss Viviane, there's a phone call for you. And he's got a phone in his office. It's the only phone in the building.
Okay. I'm guessing
she said she was your mother?
God, hell has frozen over and the dead are walking.
Well, the last part for sure. The first part wouldn't surprise me after this past week.
It's getting close to winter, might be. She'll follow him to the office. Motion to Lilac and probably lock the door behind them both because she has a feeling dinner's off the books.
So, down to the office, he hands you the phone. Viviane, is that you?
Yes. Imagine my surprise. What's wrong?
Phillip showed up.
I did warn you he was in town.
He's taking Hyson.
God damn it. How long ago? And have you already called the police?
Yes, the police are here now. But you warned us, and I didn't let him in the house. I was talking to him on the step. But then your father came home, and he was sounding so. Phillip was sounding so reasonable.
Very good at that.
Yes, I guess you had mentioned that before about him. But your father insisted on bringing him in, and he seemed, like I said, he seemed perfectly reasonable. He was just asking us how we were, and that he was in town trying to reconnect with you. Your father thought he could offer him some pointers on that.
I'm sure he thought he could. How long ago, and any other information you can give me? I don't care about you trying to reconnect with him. It was foolish and stupid, but...
He was always so nice to us before.
Yeah, a dog can be very nice to you until he rips your face out because he's hungry.
But he wouldn't hurt Hyson, would he? I mean, she's just a child.
Past him.
And she gives you the
The branch was burnt down, and I have a very strong suspicion I know why. He broke into my house. He beat me. I don't think harming children is above or below him.
You hear a slight little whimper. Could you and your friends?
I'll make some phone calls and be in contact with you shortly.
Thank you. And she gives you the information you need. It was about a half hour ago. Because they called the police and the police had to arrive, and it was is when she kind of got away from the police that she thought of calling you.
Yep. Did she give any description of vehicles or anything like that?
One of those fancy new cars. And your mother's never been a big car person. But she gives you the color. It's a white car, kind of gold trim on it.
A fancy white car with gold trim. All right.
The gaudy sort of thing, Phillip liked.
She begrudgingly makes a few phone calls and asks if anyone wants to go looking around town for a gaudy gold and white car. Or if they want to meet up and she'll pass on the information. Or if they want to go interview her parents and they can do that.
You want me to shoot your husband?
She wants to do that.
Pete is sitting there loading fire shot into his gun.
She's like, I just got this gun and I love it.
I got a new magic gun.
Lilac, you want to pack some sleepy go night-night shots?
Oh yeah. She's headed for the elf shot as soon as you describe what has happened.
Yeah. She'll call, and if people want to meet up at the office, meet there, or if they want to go crash her parents' house, they could always meet there. Because she personally thinks it would be hilarious in a horrible, horrible way.
the Bjorn just show up in force. All right, so where are y'all meeting up? How are y'all wanting to do this? Don't all talk at once.
If anything, I'll leave it up to folks.
I mean,
let's get the whole team together for this one if possible.
I mean, whoever doesn't have a vehicle, Teak is picking up.
And on one hand, and out of essentially more privately, I ask specifically, was your divorce with him more violent?
He disappeared, and after beating me for a couple of years, disappeared for a few months, and one of the judges gave me a divorce.
I ask you directly, did you actually kill him?
Leo's like, I just want to be clear on this.
Let me be so clear.
The dead are walking the streets. Are you sure he wasn't dead?
Because I'm actually trying.
Because I left it up to you, did she actually kill him?
Oh, that's right. You did leave that up to me. No, as far as Viviane knows, he just disappeared.
Okay, she can answer that honestly then.
He might have just abandoned her, or cross your fingers, he might have gotten himself killed.
As far as my involvement, I did not kill him. I cannot vouch for anyone else killing him.
All right, I just wanted to make sure because I wanted to make absolutely certain he wasn't a vengeful spirit, considering what we've been encountering the last few weeks.
By the end of the week, he might be.
What's the Michael going by? I'll make him one. Oh, by the way, Viviane. He just he takes her left hand, puts the ring on her ring finger, and then keeps going.
I get any say in this?
I think that's a no.
You should be able to use my power now.
That's a horrible idea, and thank you.
You're welcome.
We all saw that.
So the well is a ring?
We all saw that.
Yes.
Teak just leans up. I think that's a no.
This is going to go very well, showing up on my parents like this. Let's go.
Onward.
You know, Lilac's like, if you think he's been a little too pushy there, I know some pawn shops that you get top dollar for that. And she says this loud to make sure Michael can hear it as he's walking away.
He just looks at him like, I thought you were going to say shoot. I could shoot my crossbow at it.
Should probably do that too. But
no,
big toe.
She's saving the special spots for a special, or the special shots for a special someone.
Okay.
This may offer a layer of protection if they think I am engaged, spoken for, etc. Let's just go visit my parents, y'all. She's walking to a vehicle. She doesn't care which.
I can't question. It's not normal ammo for my gun, but could I load a toothpick and give it the firestorm and hand it to Lilac?
Do what now?
So it's not normal ammunition for my gun, but you said that I have to put my power in when I put a ammunition in.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of putting a bullet in, can I put a toothpick in and put the power into the toothpick?
That
and then
would not work. It is the spirit in the gun that is causing the thing. Think of the bullet as a battery you're charging, and then you put it in there.
Gotcha. Okay.
I like where your head's at, but no, this would not work.
It would also immolate the toothpick.
Well, it ain't like the lead bullet's going to survive much. But,
get a metal nail.
Cold iron.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all load up and you arrive at Casa del. Crap, I'm blanking on her parents' name now.
Fudge. I sent it to you. Rosenberg?
That's right. theirs was still Rosenberg. You had been using an alias, though. That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Rosenbergs a big elven family? Like a big, like, as far as like known elven families?
Sorry, Greenbrier. Rosenberg's was her alias.
Oh, Rosen. Okay, got that back.
Greenbrier.
Mm-hmm.
How big a family is it, Viviane? How big in elven society? Are they actually big league, or are they just big enough to want to be able to want to try to push up into the big
Are they big in America, or are they big back home?
Oh, they're not big back home. They were probably bigger here.
Okay.
Okay, so they're like new money.
Yeah.
Where Philip's family might have been a little bit older money.
Salvador's
Maybe
family.
falling on a little harder times, but a little more rip to them, you know. That's why they thought it was a good match.
What I have from is well off enough families that go back a few generations. They have their hands in a little bit of everything. Tend to look down their noses on people.
Oh.
Pretty much everyone.
So in this city, they've probably been around almost since the founding.
Okay.
The family, not necessarily. Well, no, I take that back because they'll live
quite some time.
They're not anti-gen old.
Yeah. Well, anti-gen only goes back a couple of years.
Yeah.
So the city had, let's see, 1925. Would it have been built in 18? Would it be a century old yet?
They've been here a hot minute. We'll just go with that.
Yeah. So a big deal in town for sure. Not as big a deal nationally, and certainly not globally. Salvador being in America has probably heard of them.
Sure. I've heard of them here, but...
It wasn't anybody you heard about back home in Spain, though.
Okay.
It's no one you can write a letter and be like, hey, could you give me gossip on them?
I don't need gossip on them. My family's bigger.
Who? Oh, that new money family in America.
Ugh.
Pretty much.
I don't know. Coal and railroads. Disgusting stuff.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Business fit only for dwarves. Yeah. So y'all roll up at Viviane's childhood home.
Mm-hmm.
There are still some police around. And they just give you a nod, like, oh, was it kind of expecting you?
I want to have on, because I feel like Viviane, even if she hasn't like said anything about her family, has a very low opinion of her family and has made that known. So I want to have on like not a tabard per se, just like maybe a signet ring or something from back home.
Something more traditional that you still have with you.
Yes. I still have a lot of my accoutrement. I just don't wear it.
But today's a special occasion.
Today's a very special occasion.
So the police just let you walk right in.
Michael just did a aura detection.
All right, so you got that turned on.
You're muted if you're saying anything.
I wasn't.
All right, your mother is Patricia and your father is Arthur. My mother is Patricia. I'm not basing your mother's personality on her at all.
I wouldn't know if you were.
No, I just want the general public to know that.
Just in case your mom watches.
So you go through, and there's people, you know, there's definitely signs of a fight. Some furniture's been knocked around. Your mother didn't go into details on how Philip, you know, just walked out with your sister. But like some coffee tables, one of the couches is scooted weird. There is a hole in the wall. Not like all the way through, but like, you know, crack the paneling.
Is it like drywall wasn't a thing in the 20s, right?
No, it really wasn't.
No. Okay, so this is like
Plaster?
punching through wood.
Well, might very well be plaster. They did use plaster.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna say it's an inside wall. It's not a load bearing or anything. But yeah, you can see an imprint in the plaster. I don't know, about yay big, somewhat rounded off.
Size of like a head.
Yeah. If it was a head, it'd be it wouldn't be halfway embedded. It was less than that, but somebody got their head shoved into the wall. It looks like.
Drywall was invented in 1890 and evolved between 1910 and 1930.
Oh,
So it could be drywall.
Except that this would probably be an older house.
Would use drywall. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So if it's an older house, then probably still plaster or whatever came before.
Yeah.
But according to this, drywall started showing up around 1910, 1930. So
Good to know.
The more you know.
The history lessons we've had about like
this fucking
turn of the century America.
Jesus Christ.
The only weird thing about like I said, it looked like somebody's head shoved. Only it's about 2 feet too high in the air.
That's
concerning.
You've literally got a police photographer taking a picture of it as y'all walk in.
How I look at Viviane and go, how tall is he?
Not that tall.
No, Philip's tall,
Does it
but
look like
also pretty average for a person.
So does it look like somebody took somebody's head and put it through the wall?
You're not sure how this happened.
Looking around for her parents. How'd that happen? I don't remember last time I visited.
So your mother runs up. You don't see your father. Oh,
where's Arthur?
When Philip, beg pardon?
Father, where's Arthur?
She's like, oh, your father's upstairs recuperating. And she looks up at the hole. When Philip started getting violent, he picked your father up and slammed him against the wall.
Oh,
that was a favorite of his. Is his father okay?
Pete just looks at Viviane.
I think also like.
So you remember, throwing you into walls was a thing. Not so much the whole picking you up and and your father is weightier than you are.
Yeah. How? You said recuperating, so I'm guessing he's well enough.
Yes, he doesn't want to go to the hospital, but the whole side of his head's a big bruise. And he's thrown his back out a couple of times, and that jarring really didn't do him any favors.
Yes.
He's upstairs with an ice pack now. Some of the girls are looking after him, which just means some of the workers, maids.
We'll probably have to ask him questions as well.
Oh yes. He's not asleep. I don't think he's asleep or anything. We're actually making sure to keep him awake in case of concussion.
Is there anywhere you'd like to have these questions asked? She's like looking around at the police if they're done asking.
We can go to the drawing room.
If you want to go get Father, I'll show them the way.
Ooh.
We'll grab chairs. Oh, she'll pause and introduce everyone.
Now, had she met Michael before, or did she just know that you were seeing him? Like back in the day?
I'm going to say flip a coin.
Because you would have known that she would not approve. Even or odd?
Odd.
All right. So odd. If odd, you have introduced her at some point, or y'all ran at each other or something. It is odd. All right. So Michael, you have met her mother before.
Mm-hmm.
So she just sort of nods, Mr. Anderson.
Ma'am.
We'll head to the drawing room.
So well, let's go to the introductions. So you introduce Teak, and she nods politely. She looks a little nervous when you introduce her to Leo. Charlie gets a little bit of a smile, a little nervous, polite smile.
I introduced myself to her. Salvador Bumenhagen.
Finally, we know his last name. And she
Somebody
freezes
write that down.
And she freezes. Boomhauer. It's easy to remember.
Bumenhagen.
Oh, well, that's close.
Haagen-Dazs. Salvador Haagen-Dazs.
Flugenhaschenwagen.
Bubenhauer.
I blended in really well during the Great War.
So yeah, she for just a second she locks up when she hears the name. Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Shake with the signet ring.
Yeah, she recognized the name and the ring's like, ooh. Oh, and decently up in the family.
Viviane is hiding a small smirk.
Nice to meet you as well. I have heard a lot about your family.
Oh, thank you. I've of course heard about your your adventurings and your helping the city.
Do what I can.
All right, Jason. I got a question for you.
What's that?
Is there a mint bowl?
Some kind of candy bowl, probably for high.
Probably hard candies. Peppermint, spearmint,
candies.
some other kind of hard
When
candies.
no one is looking, they're gone.
There's just a quiet sigh from Michael.
What?
Viviane's like, I approve of all of my friends being menaces.
I'm not being a menace. I'm just floating my name around.
The
name that's taken 36 episodes to get out of you.
Viviane should have told me. She was traveling in such not extravagant company. Esteemed company.
I try to keep I represent my family wherever I go, but I wanted to make sure I could make my own name as well within the Bayern and within the city.
Oh, it's completely understandable. Are you planning to stay in the city long term?
That's a good question.
Mother, your kidnapped toddler daughter.
Oh, yes, of course. And then she takes y'all all to the sitting room. A little bit later, your father comes in. Two of the maids on either side of him, like they're ready to steady him if he needs it. He's got a huge ice pack that he's just holding up against his head.
Oh, good. It works that time.
I elbow Viviane. I'm like, you're welcome.
As soon as he walks in, Viviane, your mother jumps up and introduces her to Salvador, or introduces him to Salvador. Oh, and he kind of perks up. Oh, sure. Pleasure to meet you, sir. It's terribly sorry to be meeting you under these circumstances.
It is what the Bayern do.
Oh, yes, of course. And your father's mannerisms. He had that look on his face like he was coming in here planning to act an ass.
Not anymore.
Like maybe your mother hadn't consulted him before calling all of you.
No track. Mother has given us the basic information. If you could go over again what happened, any details would be useful if there was anyone else with him. Make and model of the car.
Your dad rattles off the make and model. I'm not going to bother coming up with it. It's whatever one of the fancier ones was at the time. Same description. It was wide with gold trim. Very nice looking. He didn't catch the license plate or anything. He wasn't paying attention to that. But, Philip probably spent a pretty penny on it.
He did like shiny things. Oh, as an aside, she would have asked Lilac to go talk to maybe the same folks she talked to last time she attempted to be any.
Okay. As is tradition, your parents mostly hire sprites for gardening. So she did not come inside with you. She split off to actually go track down the gardeners and stuff.
Yeah, figure hit them later. Did he mention anything about where he was staying since he was in town? Any parties, anything like that? People he may have been visiting or staying with?
No, not really. He mentioned driving into town from the north. I don't know if that means he might be staying up in that area. Mostly just asked how we were doing and asked after you. And he spoke about wanting to reconnect with you. Told us how terribly upset he was when he found out he was what. It's like your dad's trying, had one way he was going to say it, and is now trying to think of something polite. Kind of cuts his eyes over towards Salvador.
She just lets him squirm.
Salvador's smiling politely.
Kill them with kindness when bullets are inappropriate. Viviane, you suddenly see your father focus on your hand. It's like he was kind of glancing back between you and Salvador, and then it's like he notices, your new bling.
Well, regardless of what Philip wants, that ship has sailed.
I see. When he says that, your mother looks at where he's looking. And she locks eyes with you, Viviane, then looks over at Salvador, back at you. There's a question in her face.
The answer is no. You hear Leo in the background.
So Leo's talking and just shaking his head. No. Then she frowns up and looks from Viviane over to Michael.
You just hear Teak, for the love of God, put your
daughter is
aside.
Missing.
Oh, yes, of course.
Your toddler daughter is missing. She also wanders the halls at night, according to Lilac.
Teak is just pissed at this point. He's like, put your fucking pettiness aside and focus on your goddamn daughter that's missing.
They're scandalized by your language.
At this point, he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's like Michael. He just kind of gets up from where he was sitting, walks over in front of the two of them, because he's taller than they are.
Yeah.
Please do not kill my parents in their own house.
Leans down a bit and said, "There's more important things to worry about than who she happens to love. So get your priorities in order and let's save the daughter you actually care for."
As I said, Lilac said she was wandering the halls at night. Do you know anything about that? I don't know if it has anything to do with this, but...
Oh, so they don't care as much as I thought. Got it.
Yeah, your father's like, no, but your mother's like, I've gotten up to go to the washroom, and I've caught her up playing after she was in bed before.
She didn't mention anything odd outside of the realm of toddler odd.
No, not really. I mean, kind of like you, when she was really little, she might stand in her bed and be looking up into the corner, just jabbering away, but not actually, But a lot of the families lived, we've lived a couple of generations in this house. So.
Talking to Grandma.
Maybe the grandparents are watching.
He said he came from the north. Knowing what she knows of the town, is there anything notable in the north?
Well, the northern part of town is the human, more heavily populated human portion. You've got the park up there, Little Girls Park, or Little Girls Point Park. Whole native story about a young bride disappearing. But one of the main roads cuts all the way through. I forget which highway it was. So it might have just been him coming in on one of the main roads.
Well,
Never check a map. I think that's the direction you'd come in if you were coming from Chicago.
Why do you say it like that?
Like what?
That's where he was from originally.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's where the two of them lived when they were married.
I know, but that was 10 years ago.
That's fair.
5.
Oh no! Chicago's way further south than you guys. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I was forgetting which lake y'all were on. I was forgetting which lake y'all were on.
I was like geographying in my brain. It was like, wait a minute. I know it's been a few years, but I know what a map looks like.
Yep. Of course, if he came up via Green Bay,
he's just looking for.
Actually, that would potentially still be a route he'd take just from the way the main roads go. So yeah. So nothing too unusual about him coming in from that side.
Yeah.
But leaving that way?
Well,
you don't know if he's left. You don't know what's going on. But anyway, yeah, he came in. Your father gets focused now that you've embarrassed him in front of Salvador. Well,
I think Salvador has like a pen and is like writing in a little book.
There's one thing your father's going to learn today, though, is this is why you don't let kobolds into the house.
Yeah.
But he focuses.
Does the kobold have to keep writing? Does the kobold have to keep writing?
I get that reference.
The bat hanging in the corner is just stenography.
I was also thinking Hot Fuzz, but still.
Should have had Phillip hire kobolds to steal the baby.
No.
Missed opportunity.
Kobold ate my baby.
But
all the more reason Teak would be able to kill him.
All right.
So your dad talked about, he got home, he saw the car, he saw your mother standing on the steps, talking with Philip. And your mother let him know that you'd called to warn them that Philip was in town, but he didn't. He thought that was you being dramatic,
paranoid
at the time. Hey, Philip seemed reasonable, So I insisted, that we let him in to have a drink. He explained that, we hadn't known anything about the divorce ahead of time. He goes, in hindsight, he was dodgy about questions as to where he had been, though.
Well, we'll see what we can pick up.
But, so we were talking. Hyacinth came down the stairs. And he just froze up for a moment. Very peculiar voice when he asked us who she was. But it seemed to slip back to normal somewhat when, after we explained that she was ours. But that normal didn't last. He started getting agitated and he wanted to pick Hyacinth up. It frightened her some. We asked him to stop, and it devolved there till eventually I demanded he leave. Assume you saw the hole in the plaster.
Mm-hmm. A little bit taller. It's a little bit taller than you, so I'm guessing he got some good oomph behind it this time.
Yes, I mean, I'm not a large man, but I am a grown man. And Philip, was always in fair enough shape, but of course they say crazy people are strong.
Considering his voice changed, maybe something's possessing him, though I wouldn't put it beyond him just to be evil without possession.
While we're on that subject, my role was an occult role.
All right, what are you rolling for? What are you occulting in this room?
Does he sound like the sudden change in character, the voice that she mentioned? Is there anything that would fit the bill in that instance?
For what?
Any kind of weird creature. In other words, like if he's
It depends on what her father meant by change the voice. And if you ask him for details, it's not like, he suddenly went the kid from The Exorcist, deep voice or anything. He just means he started getting agitated, sounding angrier, where he'd been so calm before that. Let's see. Your father did know he'd put the cologne on a little heavy. Didn't really notice it outside once he got inside.
Like he's hiding something?
Were his legs swollen any?
Vivian's like, reading my mind.
Well, he was in full size, full length pants, but I didn't really notice anything.
Well, he could very well be a walking corpse, so that's going to be great.
Wouldn't they smell? Oh, the cologne. I see where you're going.
Question:
Yes,
would blood pool in the hands?
It's possible to
Since
some
they are.
And Charlie could answer that for sure.
And there's plenty of stories out there of spirits, specters, wraiths, what have you, that are obsessed with something. Could very well be. Couldn't get to Viviane, so.
Yes, but if he's obsessed with Viviane, why would he take Hyacinth? If he just wanted to hurt the family, he could have just hurt us all. I don't.
How close alike do they look? He stops himself.
Oh well, she's pretty much the spitting image of Viviane when Viviane was that age.
Exactly.
You answered my question.
I have a different, maybe more haunting question.
Her dad doesn't look too happy when he looks over at you.
Did he want kids?
Yep.
There we go. Well, that's votive.
If it's some sort of family fulfillment thing, then maybe he won't hurt her.
Not likely.
Did you not remember getting your head slammed into the wall? I don't think the man's on an even keel.
Your mother's like, but Hyacinth would do whatever he said. She's a very obedient child.
Being one's parents, fake or not, does not preclude them from harming a child.
Do the sprites outside know what direction that he might have left?
Lilac was asking.
Yeah, Lilac's gathering that information. So, once y'all leave here, Lilac will meet up with you, fill you in on that. Is there anything else you want to ask the parents?
No.
I think we're good.
She will tell them you may want to hire. Oh, go ahead.
Right. Question in this regard. Viviane, you said he actually had a specific kind of car that he would drive, a white and gold.
No, that was the description the parents
That was
gave.
the one the parents gave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a car they're familiar with. It was just the one he seems to be driving now.
I'm actually going to be sending. I ask, are we actually near the room right now?
You're in the sitting room
child's
right now, but it's not or the drawing room rather.
And I ask, do you have a possession of your daughters?
Oh, you meant her room. Oh,
Yeah.
well, certainly, she has, dolls and what have you. And her clothing and stuff. We if you need to see a room, I can take you up there.
Thank you. Because I'm going to have my fetch essentially get her scent.
Okay.
And I'll send it out looking.
Okay. Viviane's mother seems to be fine with that plan, her dad seems to be a little less comfortable with shaman stuff, but
essentially they see what looks like almost like a spectral hound get up, sniff the baby bud, and then just disappear.
Oh, I can see that thing now.
Yep.
That's right. Michael just gives Leo a look. It's like, well, that's new.
Actually, he isn't. He's been around for a bit. I believe you've just been able to see him for the first time.
Ah.
So you carry it up, you carry you and your fetch head upstairs with Viviane's mother. You get a sniff. The fetch immediately takes off.
Yep.
Not like it knows exactly where it's going, but it's taken off searching. Meanwhile, down in the room, her father's like, of course, we'll appreciate any help you can give us in getting Hyacinth back, though I'm sure the police can handle it. Your tradition handles supernatural threats generally.
And you don't think a walking corpse isn't a supernatural threat?
If he's a walking corpse, yes, that would definitely
Either
be an issue.
way,
Apparently,
I'm just saying
All
that
right.
if it's
right.
Philip was never supernatural before, unless he's dead.
Which he could be.
The regular police could probably handle it. Yes, I suppose he could be, given the strangeness of the past week.
If we find him, I'll make sure not to tell the papers we were involved.
Well, that would be appreciated.
Wouldn't want your precious pride hurt.
Yes.
Real quick, what is... So my idea roll went off. I'm vibe checking her parents.
Oh, okay. Let's see, that is aura detection.
We can tell one of them has a head wound.
Mm-hmm. Which he's debating on actually informing them if it's actually bad.
I just imagine Salvador's trying to calm Teak down because he's sitting there seething.
I think Salvador has gotten Teak kind of like you would guide a child to another room.
Yep.
Let's go look at that hole in the wall again.
Instead of chain smoking, Teak's like chain minting.
No, he's not pulled out the candy yet. No, not yet.
It's not that serious.
All right.
I saw an empty candy dish. Come on.
As soon as Sal and Teak get out the door, though, he flicks Sal the candy.
That's what I thought.
All right. So vibe checking her father. As far as healthy and all that, he's not diseased. He's a little beat up at the moment, Other than that, in good health. Probably a little concussed. But her mother's already mentioned they're keeping him awake. They're going to do the whole keep him awake 24 hours or whatever and make sure that's not going to be an issue. Benevolent or evil. This is a very self-centered individual.
So quite evil.
So yeah, in that sort of big business politician sort of way. Nothing supernaturally evil. He's not the evilest person you ever met. Even if he's the one who's evil, it may offend you the most.
Yeah, he's about to have words.
Let's see. PowerPoints.
He's secretly a psychic powerhouse.
Can't. He's an elf.
Oh, fair enough.
Only humans are psychics.
It's freaking Gandalf the White.
Oh, he strikes as more of a Saruman than a Gandalf.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Saruman the stupid.
Saruman the city. Stop that.
All right. So anyway.
No.
So as far as that inner resolve, power, he's just slightly weaker than you.
Viviane did get her stubbornness from somewhere.
Nothing that would show that it's no ghosts or possessions or demonic anything's on him. No magical effects at all. And you, Vivian, your father was somewhat dismissive of magic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was some elven tradition and all that. That was fine, but he is a modern man. The time for that sort of thing is passing. As technology increases.
We don't need to know how to light fires. We have matches.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's about everything. You get off of. Your power basically backs up what you already know about him.
Yeah.
And if you do a second vibe check on the mother, she's going to be about the same way.
Okay. Nope. Oh well.
And he is concerned about his daughter. About Hyson.
Yeah.
He can never look at Vivian without being irate.
Well, shall we get to work then?
I think we have all the information we need. I would suggest perhaps hire some security or at least alert folks around here. He did potentially burn down a bit local business, so I wouldn't put it past him to do something just as heinous here. Have a good day.
Thank you, Vivian. All of you have a good day as well.
Just to twist the knife a little bit as they're walking out, she hitches her arm into Michael's elbow.
And like as they go by, Michael, he will only say one thing to her parents. She probably knows he wants to say a lot of things, but as he walks by, all he says is, "Your daughters are the only good things about the two of you."
Somewhere in the distance.
Good thing Mr. Bubenhagen wasn't here to hear that.
Dare you besmirch us in front of the nobles?
So her mother is just kind of speechless as you're trying to walking out. You do hear her father mumble something about something good out of our family. He can't say anything good about his family.
Ouch.
Mother's like, hush, dear, hush.
Careful, I'll light you on fire.
And Viviane, you hear him, you hear him getting out the scotch. Only to have his wife and the and a couple of mates. No, sir, no. The doctor's.
That was a concussion.
I'm sorry. Just to fuck with him because.
Oh, we're keep walking. Keep walking.
No. So.
Just lock the arm hard.
No, yeah. It's just his eyes will glow faintly, and all the scotch just burns out of the bottle.
Okay, well, you hear the bottles shatter because that's not going to handle fire very well.
Yep.
And then burning scotch would fall on everything.
Yeah, he snuffs it out as they leave.
Not getting invited back for Christmas.
Probably for the best.
Probably. I'll send Hyacinth something cute.
So yeah, there's a lot of alarm there. Enough that even some of the police still in the building kind of come in to make sure everything's okay.
At this point, as Teak and Salvador exited first, we would probably go towards where we know the pixies or fairy folk work.
I do have something that I want to do with Viviane when we meet up again, but that
yes. I'm just like, come on.
All right, so Salvador and Teak are the first ones, out the door. So they're the first ones. Yep. So they missed the last little bit of the drama, but
yep. Hear like a glass shatter in the distance, like, okay.
So you get out there, and there's a bunch of sprites of varying sizes. Some of them are, the smaller, the ones that people actually call sprites that are a little bit smaller. Some of them are the larger fairies that, like Miss Salvador's landlady, Miss.
I'm looking.
Myrtle Penrose.
Myrtle.
Yeah.
Yep, Miss Penrose.
Mm-hmm. I just kind of walk up pretty as I please.
And there's a big group of them that's talking to Lilac. Like, they're answering questions and stuff, but it's almost like she's a celebrity amongst them.
How's it going, Lilac?
Hi, Lilac.
It's been going pretty well. Everybody's been very cooperative. Whatever they may think of their employers, everybody was fond of Hyacinth.
From all accounts, she's a certified cutie.
So she's got this little, sprite-sized notepad that she's been writing in. So we've got the license plate. Mm-hmm. Make and model of the car. You probably already have that. But, he had a suitcase in the trunk with a couple of changes of clothes. A blanket in the floorboard of the back seat covered some weapons.
Salvador was taking like fake notes to scare the Viviane's family, but now he's like pulls the notepad around and is like actually taking real notes.
He's just been doing like the S.
The cool S.
Speaking of, it's like right there. I can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's blurry.
Yeah, it's all good.
So when Lilac mentions the guns, the one sprite who's apparently the gun guy, especially when you see Salvador, floats up to Salvador and starts rattling off.
Yeah.
The exact makes and models.
Salvador will go band for band with that. It's like, oh, I see.
This guy's really, really into guns.
Well, so am I, and I'm probably better with them than he is.
And he's he's Myrtle size, so he can shoot human-based guns to some degree. He does lament that
you're
the
talking about
shotguns are
you're
too
talking
much
about the
for him.
Sprite. You're talking about
Yeah.
the Sprite. I thought
Yeah.
you were talking. I thought they were talking about him. I was like, oh, I'm probably a better shot than he is.
But yeah, basically, there's a shotgun back there. There was a pistol back there. A couple of pistols.
Short range, medium range.
One of them had. And as you're talking, you realize Sprites are really nosy.
I love it.
Like before anything went down, they had to like search this guy's car from the sound of it.
Perfectly fine with Deke too. He's like,
"Yep,
keep it coming."
As they're describing everything, Salvador goes, "Are any of you magically inclined? And did any of you do a little
tricky track
on the car?
Tricky track?
No. If any of us could do magic, we'd probably have better jobs than gardening.
Fair enough. Thought I'd ask.
But basically, it was some of the younger guys that went and searched the car just because it was neat looking.
Shiny is what I've heard.
But the gun guy also tells you one of the pistols had a, on the handle had like some initials engraved. It was real fancy stuff.
Like his initials, or
this guy doesn't know what his name is. Who is that? He's young. He wasn't here. He wasn't employed here.
What were the initials?
B and M.
Those aren't his initials.
No, it is not his initials.
Interesting. I'll have to ask. Viviane about that later.
So anyway, it was the rifle or the shotgun. Those two pistols. They weren't matching pistols or anything. One of them was just a very normal snub-nosed revolver. The other one was the one that was kind of fancied up.
Okay. I kind of look at Lilac. I'm like, you're kind of a celebrity here.
Yeah, they don't quite get the whole that I work with you, that I'm not technically one of the Bjorn.
Jason, would Teak know those initials?
That's a really weighty pause.
It sure is.
There's a chance.
That is a very audible silence, Jason.
There is a chance.
A lot of wheels turning there.
Well, I'm thinking about Teek's former employment, but he's always been here in town, specifically. This would be somewhere the next state over.
The initials really have to be BM.
Was it B and N or B and M?
M.
Okay.
M.
That's
I
what
don't
I
know why
thought
I
I
did a
heard.
popping sound when I said that, but
Why I thought I heard. I was like, wait a minute.
So give me an ideal roll, but this is going to be difficult. And we'll see if you pull up.
Nope.
Okay.
Shot. As he's thinking on that, Salvador goes, the last and probably most pertinent question: which way do they go?
Well, plenty of them can tell you that, because there was Hyacinth was kicking and screaming when he came running out. Like it was very obviously a kidnapping on the exit.
Yes.
A couple of guys even tried to keep up with him, but he floored it.
Do you?
But anyway, he was headed north.
Okay. North is promising.
He got out. If you're looking at the map, he got out on the main road. Well, I mean, probably this little one, then down to this big one, and that's about where when he got onto the main drag. That's pretty much where they left him. When he could get up to, more like full speed steadily.
Did they see if they were going? He was going like east or west on the main road.
He was going northwest.
He was going northwest. Okay, that's promising.
Towards the hoof prints.
Yeah.
Sure, that's fine.
There's a lot of other stuff too.
Yep.
The
I'm
armory.
sure it's fine.
Salvador has taken all of these notes as like, all right, well, we're probably gonna have to that like glass shatters somewhere. He's like, oh dear.
All right, so all y'all come outside. If Salvador and Teak, might step away, you hear the guys start peppering Viviane. I'm not Viviane, Lilac with questions again. One of the gun guys seems to be very interested in her crossbow, and is that really elf shot?
Oh, the gun guy. I also show him my service rifle,
and he starts rattling off its stats and how many of them they made for the war.
This guy really likes guns.
For somebody they can't use but the smallest ones.
It's like Pokemon for the 1920s.
Well, it's like airsoft for people in Japan. They're gun nuts that can't own guns.
Yeah, a lot of folks in Europe that way too.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody's walking out. Teak, you had something.
Everyone.
Yep.
Sorry.
If basically when they're about to get in the vehicle, Teak will just like go up to Viviane and just look, hey Viviane. He'll toss her up a piece of candy. Tell me where the good stuff is next time, and get into the driver's seat.
I'll tell you where the good stuff is right now. It's under lock and key, and it's very horrible keys and locks.
You hear Lilac settling on your shoulder. Oh, really?
I picked most of them in my teenage years.
I mean, I have gainful employment now, but
old habits die hard.
Well, I mean, your gainful employment probably just exploded a bottle of booze on him, so.
I'm sorry I missed that. Deeply sorry.
So am I. Teak says from the driver's side.
Did
I
we
was
find
a
any?
little upset.
Did we find any good information?
Yes, I will disseminate all the information that I have learned.
And I suppose one of you would probably step to one of the police officers and give them the license plate number.
I guess.
Yeah,
I will
sure.
do my due diligence,
can.
I guess.
Yeah.
We'll exchange notes with them.
So he jots it down. There was an officer that questioned the gardening staff, so they may already have it. The guy you're talking to doesn't know. He thanks you anyway. Jots it down. He'll make sure that they get it. There should already be an APB put out on the car.
Viviane, just because she's horrible, will mention that the people investigating the arson may want to look at the same gentleman as well.
That gets you a couple of questions, and you tell them you were working there, so you're possible connecting threads. They take your suggestion serious.
You. Getting the initials disseminated. Does she know the initials?
Oh, actually, yeah. Actually, you can give me an ideal roll at normal.
Where the hell is my sheet?
Would this be something that Michael may have heard, or?
Did live in Chicago.
Oh, you were from Chicago. Go ahead and give me a roll.
Viviane, if you had lost.
Regular idea roll?
Yeah, just an ideal roll.
Everyone is smarter than Teak. Okay.
I should have gone into magic, but I didn't.
I will just put out there. It is past 9:30.
Yeah, we're about to wrap up.
Okay.
All right, so Viviane gets it, as does Michael. And to be fair to Teak, they had an easier roll.
That's fine.
Oh, so this was just an idea roll? Or...
For people that had lived in Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha.
Chicago are mafia ties.
Yeah.
Missed that last tidbit.
Yep.
So there is a name, Viviane, that occurs to you. Byron Marinowski. He ran a lot of illegal gambling. When I've mentioned before that Philip had gambling debts, Marinowski held a lot of his markers. They had been friends when they were drinking buddies when they were younger. But, gambling debts, that's business. So, Michael, you would also think of the Marinowskis. You might or might not know Byron's name particularly. I don't know how big he was at the time, but the Marinowskis are a known quantity. Like I said, they focus on a lot of illegal gambling. They were friendlier with the Italian mob than anybody else.
Yeehaw.
Cannot stress it.
And Viviane, now to think about it, you might have even seen Byron's gun before. He liked to show it off.
Probably.
The pearled handle, the
very nice
gilded. The initials are kind of gilded. Yeah, he's in the same kind of tacky, slightly overdone that that Phillip was into.
You have to forgive me. The only thing I can think of is Fallout New Vegas.
Yes.
Benny.
Yep.
In fact, the car is even something Byron might have been into.
Might even have been Byron's.
Always a possibility.
Extra gilded cake looking thing.
Yep. So with that clue, or information rather, we'll go ahead and wrap because we're a little late, as it is. Hope you had fun. Hope anybody that comes by and checks us out later. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll join us next week. Again, I was your storyteller for the evening, Jason, and with me has been Sarah playing Viviane, Carr playing Teak, Eric playing Michael.
I assume he's waving.
He might be muted. We'll assume he's waving.
I'm half dead.
Jeremy playing Salvador. Patrick playing Leo.
I'm half alive.
And Rappy playing Charlie. Who may also be muted.
I'm dead.
He's probably waving.
Together, we have one functioning adult.
And we will see y'all next time.
So tread
Oh boy.
Good night, everybody.
Oh boy.
and heed the sign. Abomination, Ali's light. For in the night the shadows grow and take with them your troubles